Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, I've done a video this morning about the parasites at Holyrood and their hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of travel, probably over £1 million when you take in all the entourage at the same time Scotland is burning. Well, I hope that sort of jigged up the blood, got you angry, got you frustrated, made you think, what are these parasites doing? Because now that I've got you nicely riled, I want to blow your mind. Because we're going to go through a story here that, if it doesn't anger you, then I think literally there's something wrong with you. Because it certainly angered me, and I think it angers everyone who is right-minded, right-thinking, and pays taxes. Because the parasites are worse than you thought. This is unbelievable. These maggots keep going back to the well. And the reasons why are going to blow your mind. And we're talking about golden goodbyes. But for some, this is just, it's putrid. I mean, this isn't just corrupt. This is putrid. Right, so there's an article, it's in the Scottish Daily Express. I'm going to have it on here. I'm going to go through this because you need to know the details. It is awful. And then I'm going to tell you something that will... Well, there's no limit to the anger in which I think this will induce, so be prepared. Failed SNP ministers, including John Swinney, pocket £425,000 in golden goodbyes. The likes of Nicola Sturgeon and Humza Yousaf have trousered eye-watering sums, while SNP politicians who resigned in sex scandals also are among the beneficiaries. So, you know, they have this sort of redundancy, loss of service compensation stuff, that when you're a minister and you stop being a minister, you get a chunk, you get a payout, tax-free. Matheson had one, £12,000 if you remember. He didn't offer to pay it back, even though he tried to attempt to steal the £11,000 in expenses. So even though he's a self-admitted liar and potential fraudulent thief, he was still entitled to this £12,000 and took it tax-free, as well as several months' worth of salary. John Swinney is among the failed SNP ministers to have raked in over £425,000 in golden goodbyes in the past 8 years. The SNP leader, who first became First Minister in May, pocketed £12,524 resettlement grant when he quit. He wasn't fired. When he quit in 2023. Mr. Swinney, who appeared then to have stepped back from frontline politics, is currently the highest paid politician in the UK. The First Minister's office comes with a whopping salary of almost £177,000. He earns more than Rishi Sunak. Not Rishi Sunak now, sorry, Keir Starmer. He earns more than Keir Starmer. And Keir Starmer's got the man with the finger on the button. Swinney is merely the leader of a regional council. How does he earn that much? Now, here's the thing that'll annoy you. Well, no. We'll save the thing that really annoys you to the end. This isn't a particularly big thing, so we'll just go through. Others to benefit from the generous severance packages, most of which are tax-free, Nicola Sturgeon and Humza Yousaf. Ms. Sturgeon is entitled to £64,000 for her 8 years of failure, while Mr. Yousaf will receive £52,000 for his 13 months of failure. Among the 32 individuals to benefit from the scheme is former Health Secretary Michael Matheson, who I mentioned because despite resigning, of course, over that iPad thievery, still picked up his 12 grand. Keith Brown bagged 2 payouts. He got £11,000 after Sturgeon sacked him in 2018 and a further £12,000 when he was punted from the Justice Brief by Mr. Yousaf. So double dipping. Joe Fitzpatrick also raked in 2 payments worth a total of £16,000 after quitting as Public Health Minister and quitting as Local Minister earlier this year. So not even fired. He quits and gets one, quits again and gets another. Now, there's a little bit more. I'm not going to go too much into it, except Harvey and Slater also both received £9,000 each simply for being fired out of government. Here's the thing. Swinney got his money after sort of losing that post, education. He's going to get money again when he quits as as First Minister. He'll also have a salary for life for being First Minister. You could have a minister go from portfolio to portfolio to portfolio, and each and every time they either quit or resign or fired, they'll pick up this money, this loss of office money. It's no wonder they like to move around between briefs, isn't it? You get your salary, which is very, very ample and generous, and every time you move from one office to another office, you get a loss of office tax-free bonus. This is just unbelievable. It's stunning. And you can have people accused or even prosecuted for the most awful crimes, and they're still entitled to this tax-free lump sum. And there's no limit. And this is the thing. You can go education to transport to health. Each time you leave office, big lump sum. Tax-free. This has got to be criminal. Surely this has got to be criminal. You should be entitled to nothing for losing your job. You're not employed in the standard sense of employment. You're requested by the public to offer a service. It must be done on a contract basis. And when you lose your contract, you're out. You don't get compensation. You don't get tax-free lump sums. And especially if it's because you've done criminal activity or sexually deviancy and things like that. These people are taking us for fools. Every time you leave an office, you leave a ministership, lump sum. Unbelievable. So you've got to think, how much really has Humza Yousaf had? He was at transport. He was at justice. He was at health. He was First Minister. So there's at least 4 lots of money tax-free, plus his salary for life, his pension for life, rather, for being First Minister. Are you angry yet? These people are leeches. They are parasites. They are blood-sucking vampires. And the taxpayer is on the hook for it. We need to change this. This is absolutely disgusting. This is another reason why I want to stand. This has got to be put to an end. We need to have a bunch of people. I think this is a platform Reform would do very well on if it stood in Scotland. If it stood in Scotland and said that practice has got to end and went in, and if it could get enough votes and do it. And here's the thing, you can put it up, and then any party that voted against it would have to justify their vote against. Anyway, I'm angry about this. I'm going to stop because it drives you bonkers. You know, it's disgusting. Anyway, I'll stop. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.